Welcome everybody to episode. Oh, wait. I'm guessing 48.
We were all so hyped and so prepared for this episode. First thing, welcome to episode. Oh, who knows? Like
Uh,
you've botched it
Hold
within
on.
15 seconds.
No, we're good. Uh, Episode 48 of the Bogey Train
Wow,
podcast.
you nailed it.
Yes, I nailed it.
Nice.
YouTube special, and first of the month. I'm gonna flip this calendar over right here.
Flip that
Ooh,
page.
We are
Move
now
that
into
butts.
April,
Giants
and
Rage.
you all know what that means. It is tax month. That's right.
Yeah,
Big month for the H&R Blocks and Intuit Turbo taxes everywhere.
disappointing, Noah. There's no tax day on your calendar.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those holidays that it's so popular it goes without saying. You don't even need to you don't need to remind you. You know when it's coming.
No, but for real, April means Augusta. April means the Masters. April means major
Come on.
championship season is
Come
back.
on. Come on.
And I thought about opening this episode with like some sort of dark and twisted April Fool's joke, but I just wasn't feeling it. I don't think that's the vibe. So I was gonna say I'm retiring from golf. The bogey train is gonna be no longer, but I couldn't even get myself to say something like that. So, boys, what's good?
I was also gonna say some sort of April Fool's joke, but I forgot. So, what's up?
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Noah?
Well, what up? We're here. We're here. We're doing it.
The full
So
squad again. I think this
I
might
know.
be, I think we've had more episodes, all three of us together this year than we did all of last year. So
Dare I say this is a new era of the bogey train. Dare I say.
we're in our we're in our
Our commitment era.
We're in our
yeah,
regular era.
we're in our reputation era
Are
right
you
now.
regular?
Ooh,
You can get sponsored by like Metamucil
sub
or something. We're in our
sub
regular
70.
era.
What is Metamucil, dude?
Daily
What?
fiber.
What? Are you regular? You need
Yeah.
fiber? That's crazy, dude. Sponsored by a laxative company.
Oh, it's
It's
not
not
a
necessarily a
laxative
laxative.
company.
Well,
It's
yeah, I'm just saying. I'm
fiber
just saying other.
supplements.
I'm just trying to open us up to other sponsorship opportunities. We can get,
Yeah.
cover the
Um,
spectrum. Are you
Currently
regular?
watching LSU versus Iowa in the Elite Eight women's. Iowa up 7 right now. 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes left. Up 9 now.
Yeah, you
Periodic
gotta,
updates. I know people are gonna love that.
Oh, Angel Reese 3 fouls now.
you gotta imagine Iowa comes through, but
Like I said before the show, Iowa wins. Angel Reese announces that she's transferring to Iowa effective immediately. Gonna win another national championship with the Hawkeyes.
Caitlin Clark for 3. Oh my gosh. This is
Dagger,
unbelievable.
she make it?
She's off.
Yeah, from like the
Oh, she
parking
made it.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
She
yeah.
hit the Curry warm-up shot.
Crazy.
Um,
That's crazy. Crazy.
all right.
Go Hawkeyes.
Noah, you played. First of all, happy Easter. Yesterday was
Yes.
Easter.
It was Easter. Happy Easter.
Happy
Did
Easter.
you guys have a good Easter?
I did. I did nothing. I went to church, but that was about it. I forgot
All
it
right.
was Easter. I have to get my background for today's episode loaded up. So
Good. We came prepared.
Easter might be the best major that the church puts on during the year. You know, of all of the majors at the church, which are like, your baptism Sunday every year, your Christmas service. That's an awesome. That's so good, Jenks.
Wow.
And yeah, look at that. And then Easter. I mean, I guess it's the three majors. There's probably more that the church puts on, but those are
Did
kind of
you
the big three. And Easter might be the greatest of them.
what you said Easter and Christmas, I'm assuming what was the third?
Every church has like a year or a Sunday they do like a bunch of baptisms. I feel like that might be the other major at the church.
The only problem is for me, like all the baptisms are at Easter, so it's like,
Catholics. Yeah.
yeah, it's
That
like,
little two for one there.
yeah,
So it's
but
definitely the biggest major at
Yeah,
your
really, it
church.
really makes it a 4 hour Saturday vigil, huh?
Yeah, can we get a rundown of that, Nick? You said it was a 4-hour Easter service at your
yes.
church.
Listen, I knew it was going to be long. I didn't know it was going to be that long. It was so everybody starts outside, like on the front steps, and there's like a fire. There's like a blessing of the fire, the Easter fire, and
An,
then
an actual fire.
an actual fire.
Gotcha.
They light the Easter candle, uh, and then
More fire.
everyone goes inside, has their own candle, and like everyone gets their own candle lit, and like all the lights are off, so people have their own candles. There's like this really long Easter like proclamation that was like sung, chanted basically, and then there's 7 like fairly long Old Testament readings with
That's something,
with
dude.
with like responsorial psalms and prayers after each one. And listen,
Wow.
like, and the whole like opening and all that sort like took long enough to where we didn't even get to the first reading until at least 30 minutes in.
Yeah, it was. We looked at the hymn, like the hymnal at Holy Name, and it was a good 20 pages of
Yeah.
readings and
Dude.
responsorial psalms and stuff like that. Like it was
And yeah, and all of that like combined with like some other things that you don't always get. Like there were, I think, like 6 baptisms and 36 confirmations, and it was
Wow.
yeah, it was a good time.
That's
We
that's
we
a major Sunday if I've ever heard of
oh,
one.
it's a Saturday.
well, we left on Sunday, so
Well, you did.
It was Saturday night? That's unreal.
yeah, it went from 8:30 to after midnight.
Speaking of
Yeah.
other important things I just forgot of, um, not only is today April Fool's Day, but today is also officially posting season for South
Yes,
Dakota. We can finally post scores to our handicap. That
Oh,
I mean, we haven't been able
yes,
to get out and play. I'm looking out the window. There's a little bit of snow on the ground, but knock on wood, supposed to be some 70s this week.
come
yeah.
on.
We
Come on.
should be open by the end of this week, and then hopefully just stay open. So I would think by this weekend, all the courses in my area will be
Yeah.
up and running. I would like to think, but
That's great. That is crazy though. I can't imagine a 4 hour. I mean, I think I texted you what I said that's a full round of golf.
for
I
It
could
sure,
is.
teed
yeah. If you're
off.
walking, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. With a couple guys. I mean, that's um but great. It's a great day. Have you guys ever thought of trying non-denominational Easter service? Hour long, sing some songs, quick message, get out of there.
I really did used to love growing up. I went to the local Methodist church. Palm Sunday was awesome. You wave the palms.
Yep, that's always a
Um,
good time.
Easter Sunday was awesome. You sing some songs and you're on your way. Uh, I'm not really used to the like the 4 days of fun that you get during the Easter season, where it's like Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Saturday Vigil, and then Easter Sunday. But I mean, it's different.
Yeah. What did you call Friday?
Good
Good
Friday.
Friday.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I thought you said something else for some reason. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
well, like
I said Holy Thursday, which would be
Holy Thursday.
like when I with my church we called it Maundy Thursday.
Well, you call both. Sorry.
yeah, we call it that too. It's like
Thanks, Lydia.
Yeah.
interchangeable.
Yeah.
Um, Caitlin Clark from the logo again. That was
I saw your reaction. I had to look. 11-point
I
game.
was
now.
wondering what he was. I thought he was mad at me. I was like, what is he?
No, but like the Sunday one is pretty normal as far as
Yeah.
length. But the Easter Vigil, the night, like Rachel had never been to one, and I had
Yeah.
never been to one at the cathedral. I'd been to one that was like maybe 2 hours long. Apparently that's a cathedral special. So
Yeah.
Cool.
all
Easter
right.
Sunday, best songs too for
Yeah.
Catholic hymns.
I
Jesus
mean,
Christ is risen today might be all-time greatest hymn.
also for the non-denom church, it's just all around. The music during Easter is by far the greatest.
Vibes are off the
Yeah.
charts, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a big day
You could say
for
he is risen,
the church.
double Z.
All right. So
I don't know
my
that I'd go
Easter.
that far.
So my Easter, hour-long Easter service in the morning, little shorter than 4 hours. Um, and I watched a little professional Rocket League, if you know the name of the game. It's a
Oh
video
my
game. A
gosh.
little bit of that. Championship Sunday, big day. And then I took a trip out to Stream Song in southwestern Florida.
That's where you played?
I didn't play. I just walked the course.
Who won
Yep.
Rocket League, first of all?
Some team from Europe.
Oh, boo.
It was a Europe North America final, and Europe won. So that was
Who's the North American team?
They were probably socialists.
G2.
Oh, G2. Okay.
Yeah. But so I went out to check out Stream Song, which is one of the nicer courses in Florida.
In the
I think Stream
world.
Song, yeah, yes. I mean, they have 2 courses that are like top 10 in Florida, and they have 3 courses out there. One was done by Doak, one was done by Core Crenshaw, one was done by Gil Hanse and Jim Wagner, which is really cool that they have those 3
So like 3 no-name
guys out there.
architects.
3 just taking a chance on some guys that they can get for cheap. You know, they're
Yeah,
just trying to
right.
just some budget guys.
They're playing Moneyball. Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe these guys will be famous in the long run. But I got there at like 6 o'clock, sunset at 7:45. I wanted to walk the Tom Doak routing, obviously. I wanted to see that one. And then I wanted to see the Core Crenshaw course. Really want to see those 2. I brought my camera. I had like 25 shots left on my film roll. I wanted to shoot 12, 13 pictures, get some for calendar 2024, and then save a couple. 2025. Thank you for the and then because I'm going to go out and see Seminole this weekend.
Yes.
And get some, and then see the park at West Palm. So I want to save some shots. But I get out there and this course is I'm there at golden hour, and it's Easter Sunday late. There's like nobody left on the course. A couple people finishing on like 17, 18. So I walk out on the course and it's unbelievable. You probably saw some pictures on my Instagram story.
Mhm.
But the place is so pretty. It was golden hour, perfect weather. I ended up firing through my film roll in no time. So I had to buy some new film for this weekend when I go out to the other courses. But it
Good
was
problem to have, though.
yes, it was a wonderful evening. And I'm just like, I can't believe I hadn't gone out there. I've been down here a month and a half, and I can't believe I haven't made a trip out there. It was incredible. So
Have you thought about selling these calendars?
I do.
Like-
They're on Etsy.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do sell them? Okay.
Yeah, I sold a couple last year. I got into the game too late last year. Like
I was
I
gonna
put them.
say,
I listed
that could
them.
be added to the Bogey Train merch store.
Yeah, we need
True.
to.
They should be Bogey Train branded.
They
That's just
should.
us taking advantage of your hard work and talents.
Put a little QR code on the bottom or
Bogey
something.
Train LLC.
We need that. We need that. But
Shot.
Nick, I also went to Wawa in the morning on my way out there, and then at night on my way back. 2 for
Jeez.
one day. Yeah, so I'm a little bit of a sicko right now, but I'm also leaving soon, so I got to get it. I need to get it all in and while I have the chance. But that was my day. It was great. It was awesome. An incredible course. A couple masterpieces out there by the boys. So
One may say a
Maybe-
couple masters pieces.
'tis the month.
Good to hear.
So
Jengs, you had something you wanted to talk about on this
Honestly,
episode.
I've had a revelation about golf. I actually have 2 things, but I'm going to save one for beef. I don't know where this came from. I don't know how I got onto this. But I just discovered this weekend this fancy golf term of swing weight. And I am dumbfounded at what this means.
okay, is this your beauty of the week or
This is my
Like-
shocking revelation.
So tell me, like, explain what it is about swing weight that like you are just learning for the first time.
Everything. I
Like
Give us
didn't
a
know
like
swing
what
weight
rundown.
was a thing.
like what like I'm still like
Like just the fact that there's like letters and numbers that tell you like the ratio of your grip end of your club to your head end of your club,
yeah. Basically it just measures where the balance point is on your club.
which is like shock. Like I've been playing golf for almost 20 years. I've been playing golf like legitimately competitively for like 12 to 14 years.
Right.
I went through
Yes.
college. I got fit for a set of irons, and this is the first time I've ever heard of swing weight.
I mean, during a fitting, they're probably not going to concern you with the details of swing weight, but and
Yeah.
most average like amateurs aren't like as fine tuned to their equipment to where like they want a specific swing weight. Whereas like Dustin Johnson, Roy McIlroy, like they're D4, like their irons are D4
Yeah,
swing weight.
yeah. But it's just
Um,
like it kind of got to me like how just so many little things can affect it. Like my old set of
yeah,
irons, how they were a half inch short,
yep,
like how that affects the swing weight, or how adding
yep.
lead tape, or even changing the grip. Like on my driver, so my driver last year, I had just the stock Tour Velvet 360 grip, and now I have the MCC plus 4 in the mid size. I added 17 grams of weight on the grip end of my club,
Hmm.
and like how that just like it would put my driver from like D2 to C9 or something if I actually had it
Yeah,
measured. Like that's just it's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
Sure.
MCC mid-size that much heavier than the Tour Velvet
MCC
standard?
MCC midsize is 66 grams. The Tour Velvet
All right,
standard is
probably about
49 and a half.
probably about 50.
Um, and I was even looking like, because I would always play, I was always an MCC plus 4, but in the standard. And like those are 52 grams. So even that, like, that's
Yeah, like one sometimes like Jumbo Max grips, even though they're really big, it can actually be lighter because they're made of foam rather than rubber.
yeah.
And so like you can increase the swing weight by using a Jumbo Max grip.
So anyway, with this kind of got me thinking like, I'm gonna do some testing on my old set of irons and like just see where those are like what the swing weight of those were. And then I'll test my new irons and compare them to those and just like kind of see.
So you don't have a swing weight measuring, but like how are you figuring
I'm
out the swing weight on
I'm
them?
using some online algorithm
Okay.
where you find the balance point and then you measure it and then you weigh it and then it has like a thing that finds it out for you.
Hmm.
Okay.
So my old set of irons, did some testing on them last night. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and pitching wedge are all like D2.5 to D3. My 8 iron is C9. Just my 8 iron. And with this, like,
Weird.
so this 8 iron, I had it, it came with the set. And when I first bought, like, took the set out of the bag or out of the box, um, bent the like the bottom of the shaft close to the hosel. Like it nicked on the wall and it just completely bent the shaft. So I had to get it reshafted instantly. Was just looking at these the other night as I was doing this and realized that the shaft is different.
Yeah, that'll probably do it.
The shaft is the Tour. So all my shafts were the Tour 90s. That's the Tour light. So it's lighter and it was the same length as my 7 iron, basically, because all those irons were half an inch short. So like I hated hitting that club too. Every time I'd
It
hit it,
was
it was a pull hook. Every
I
single
was
time
gonna
I hit it.
ask. I was gonna ask, do you hit it really good or really bad?
I like refuse to hit that club. I would have rather like hit a soft 7 than ever hit that because
Yeah.
every time I hit it, it was a pull hook.
Well, yeah, and with that being longer than like the progression in the rest of your irons, like it made it play a little bit more upright, which would
Yeah.
make sense for it to miss left farther than your other irons.
So this like just this past weekend has been a revelation to me about golf and swing weight.
Angel Reese fouled out. Sorry.
Nice.
17 points and 20
Dang.
rebounds.
20 boards.
Yeah.
Golly. So yes, I'm excited to do this same testing on my new irons. I'm gonna go play on Wednesday night for my simulator league and then bring them home with me and do some testing later this week. So,
Just come down to Sioux Falls and I can swing weight them for you.
well, that involves me driving to Sioux Falls. Maybe April 26th.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll be here in a few weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my
So
swing
yeah,
weight.
you swing weight them, see what you come up with, and then let's see if I get the same thing on my device
We'll
at
see
work
how
that
close.
actually measures swing weight.
We'll
So
see how close they are.
what you're saying is big things are coming in 2024 when you
Yeah,
get the
now that
swing
he
weight
has swing
dialed
weight
in.
figured out, like
Yeah.
that was the missing
Big
piece.
Yeah.
Big things
big
might be
things.
coming in 2024 just because I am hitting hitting it a lot better.
Right. All right.
I am going to make one small change to the bag. And that is going to be I'm going to remove
No
the
putter.
mid-size grips and I'm going back to the standard MCC 4s.
Okay. That's a
So
decent. That's a solid
shrink
change.
we're going to shrink the grips a little bit down to what I was used to a
Is this
couple
a
years
swing?
prior.
Is this a swing weight change? Is this for the swing weight?
It could be for the swing weight, but it's more of a distance. And I'm also looking at selling my AP3s and using the money that I make from profit to buy a set of sub 70
No.
cavity backs.
It sounds
Why?
like. It
Dude, 'cause
sounds
I just want to try them. Like I just want to buy them and try them. And for $500, you can't go wrong.
true. It sounds like
You know what you
somebody.
could get for $500? Continue, Noah. I'll
I was
give you
saying
that thought after.
it sounds like somebody wants the bogey trainee for comeback award of the year.
I don't want to win.
2024.
I don't want to win backslide this year.
Yeah.
What could I get for $500, Nick?
You could win the back-to-back slide.
The back-to-back
Well, I
slide.
didn't win it last year, so who did
Oh,
win
that
would
wasn't
backslide
you?
last year?
Oh, I thought you won it. Maybe you were just
runner up to
nominated.
backside. Although winning back-to-back backslides awards
won
is
backslide last year?
crazy.
I don't know.
I
It
don't
wasn't my
remember.
award.
You were
It was
second
Snow's.
place though.
Yeah, I didn't win an award last year. I was the only one not
Who
to
won
win
the
an award.
backslide? Was it Justin Thomas?
I don't remember. It might have been JT.
Could have been.
Makes sense.
So
He did
what
backslide.
What could I buy with $500, Nick?
Almost a lab putter.
You
That's-
could buy like the putter
Going-
head of a lab putter.
So
Yeah.
lab putters. Before I get into my rant, I was doing a little bit of research on these to go on my rant.
All right.
Those things are fucking expensive.
Give me a
Yeah.
price point. I haven't looked at them.
$550 for that damn putter. Holy shit.
Do they have other models? Is that kind of the price for most of their
That
putters?
was like kind of the
No,
average.
the broomstick's like 700 or 800.
Whoa.
Dude, so my beef of the week this week is lab putters simply because one, I think they are freaking ugly. And two, like everybody's using them, it feels like. So we have a local like golf, I don't know what to call it, like a golf fitness. Like what would you call Vitality, Nick?
Are they obsessing over the lab golf putters there?
Yeah, they've got lab putters all over up there.
like a training facility kind of.
Yeah. And they've got lab putters all over in there, and it's like, dude, these things are just so stupid. And then you watch Bust a Jack on YouTube, and they both have the lab putters. I'm like, these things are just so ugly. They are not
Oh, it's brutal. I
like,
can't
save
I can't look
10%.
at that.
like they
Oh,
look
all right,
like
only
they just look like a
$450.
brick with wings, dude. They're not that good looking. And then you look
All
at
right.
the price.
Oh, that's
Let's start-
disgusting. I can't
let's
even.
start-
Oh, I don't like that.
Let's start with the directed force.
Like, what is that? What is that putter?
It's the worst, dude.
Find
I
the
hate
price on this thing, Nick.
I hate everything about it. Literally everything. Where the shaft goes into the head, the shape of the head, everything about it I hate.
Okay, you guys get the idea behind it though, right?
No, I
Yes,
honestly don't.
yes. I understand the technology.
Is that going to be your background the entire time, Jenks?
Yes, it is.
Day after Easter.
Oh man.
Let the
Okay,
people know.
so you don't like you don't know why they look
No, I don't. I
like
don't understand what the lab putting, like the lab putter thing is.
okay. So
It's
lab stands for lie angle balance. So do we just watch this video? Like
No, we
how
don't.
long is it?
It's extended
Let's see.
version, dude. It's like 10 minutes long.
2
2
minutes.
minutes? Just give us like is there a yeah, give us
Well,
that
we
section.
can't
Wait,
hear
Let's
wait,
it.
watch
That's
the
the thing.
wait. You guys don't have the audio?
No.
Okay,
no.
that's fine. That's fine. I don't think so. Basically, the center of gravity of the head lines up perfectly with the axis that the shaft enters the head. So that it's not face balanced, it's not like a toe hang putter. It's just like they're basically saying it's torque free to the lie angle that it's at. So they'll show you like I'll show you here with this
Yeah, give
revealer.
us this
So, like,
section will describe it. Yeah.
Are these going to be
This
are these going
this
to
is
be the putters
gonna
that stand up on their own?
no
No,
no
no,
no
no,
no.
no,
Okay.
no. It's not
Just
like
watch
that.
this.
Yeah. It's balanced in a different way.
Yeah, so they just spin like that. Whereas like a normal putter won't do that. Like it has torque, I guess.
That's for well, that's
so
well,
so
yeah. I
you see what he's
mean,
doing there. So like he's not
yeah,
even holding on to the grip. Like the idea is that it has no torque, so the putter head wants to stay square by itself, right? And then he'll show you a blade putter and a mallet putter.
Okay,
yeah.
so all things considered, like, okay, get it. That's cool technology.
Here we go.
Now,
Yeah, let's watch the toe hang.
why can't you give me a putter that doesn't look like some sort of alien invader?
So basically what they're trying to do is give you a putter that has this torque-free design that also has forgiveness. So that's kind of the idea behind the shape. Now, I totally agree with you. They're not very pretty, but like, do you remember when I had that Seymour putter,
Yes, the
Jenks?
Seymour was awesome.
Yeah, so the Seymour actually had the same idea as this, to where the center of gravity was right where that center shaft entered the head, and to where like I could spin it on my hand like he was doing. But it's because all of the mass was concentrated right in that spot to where like that putter had absolutely no MOI. Like if I missed the sweet spot, like no forgiveness at all. So the idea behind these is to
Well,
have that putter that still has the center of gravity lined up where the shaft enters the head, but have a high MOI with it
Yeah,
as
this
well.
yeah.
was your putter $800 also?
It was $85.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just and kind of in today's day and age, like with the direct to consumer model that's becoming really popular, like this is, I mean, it's kind of the same idea of like a direct to consumer model, but it's
They work
not
with retailers
cheap.
though.
It's, I can't get behind myself
Here's
personally rocking one of these putters.
So I think the Mez is the one that converted a lot of people to where like most people hate how the directed force looks, but the Mez is
The
like
Mez is by far the most popular.
yeah. And so Lucas Glover, Will Zalatoris, Adam Scott, all using this one in a broomstick. Like this one looks a little bit better. Like
yeah,
But
it
where's
looks a lot
where's
better
the
than the last
pricing?
one.
here.
You don't
I
want
just
to
want
know.
I just want to show you. So then we'll do the next two models and I'll show you the pricing. And so this one is for like people who like the blade shape. So I don't know if you guys like or hate the look of that, but
I don't mind that. That looks pretty cool.
Well, I
And
personally, I don't like anything that's not tailor-made spiders,
and
so
I like that the shaft goes into the blade at a better place. I don't like when it's so far behind.
yeah. And so though like the directed force, it's so far behind that like the grip goes on at a strange angle. Like it's a forward
Yeah,
press grip so that your
yeah.
hands are lined up with the face, but the shaft is entering like
It's yeah. So
so so remember the directed force that I showed you?
yes.
So this is the updated like right here. So this
That's
shape
almost
does
worse.
no,
I think it looks better.
it's way cleaner.
The
It's way cleaner.
I don't like the like the where the face is,
Yeah,
the
how the face
back
is out
part
in
of that,
front.
how it's angled.
My browser just collapsed. Imagine. All right. Let me get this screen share back up. All right. So do you have it? All right. This is the part where this is maybe where your beef is going to come in.
Yikes.
Is this where the beef
560,
comes in, Jengs?
450.
This is a big part of where the beef comes in. Like, this is an absurd amount of money for a putter.
Hey, they're all on the Golf Digest gold list, though.
I feel like every single new item from every manufacturer is on the Golf Digest.
Yeah, it's a big list. The gold list is a big list.
Okay, so here's probably part of the beef. So you see where it says on their My Golf Spy Most Wanted? Like they've made a lot of posts on their social media about like how basically lab putters have changed the game. Like everybody has to try one. Everybody should be putting with a lab putter. Um, so I mean the stock ones aren't outrageous for price. They're kind of in the Scotty Cameron category, but
Which is still
Scotties
very expensive.
Yeah, Scotties are still
yeah,
kind of outrageous.
yeah. But basically, you wouldn't really want to get one of these stock because you kind of get fit for your lie angle, for like your height, the length of your arms, and like how you hold the putter. So you kind of get your lie angle fit and then sort of do it from there.
Does Bryson use one of these? Because these feel like something that Bryson would just
He
get
actually-
a
What does-
huge
What does
boner
he
on.
use? He uses the
So-
one with the different angles on the face of the putter.
Yeah. He uses a sick. It's probably oh my gosh. Sorry. He uses it's probably an LA golf putter now because LA bought sick. But so yeah, that is also something that surprises me. Like the fact that Bryson is so into like the technology and like being progressive in that sort of sense. But that he's still using just like a plumber's neck blade putter. Obviously, it has like a super stiff graphite shaft in it and it's 43 inches in arm lock. But
There's
you
a
know, like
chance. There's a chance it has this technology too. You know, Lab's not the
definite
only one doing these.
no, Bryson's definitely doesn't. Like it's a plumber's neck blade putter.
Really?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, 41 tonight.
Yeah, and she just absolutely stuffed someone. They're up by 10 with 14 seconds left. I think they have it under control. Go wild. So is there what else, like why the beef? Why
I
continue?
keep seeing everyone promoting these lab golf putters. Like, I just I personally can't get behind them. Like I don't like the look of them. I think they're kind of overhyped. Yeah, I get the technology, yada yada, but like, but why?
Worked for you and you saw a noticeable uptick in your putting stats, would you use one?
Well, if I saw a notable uptick in my putting stats, I'd be on tour because of how good my putting is.
I mean, for a guy that's that confident in his putting, like I get it. I think I think these have been very, very, very successful with people who are struggling with their putting. Not that that's the only market for this sort of thing, but I will say the cult followers, I guess, of it. I get what you're saying is like they literally think like if you're not putting with a lab putter, you're basically like a schmuck. And like what was that tweet I sent you guys yesterday? Like someone, I think it was Andy Johnson from Shotgun Start Fried Egg, tweeted out like a new putter is not a solution
Oh
to
yeah, it's a
struggling
band.
putting or
Yep.
something. And
Yeah. It's a band-aid.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said a new putter is a band-aid. It's not a solution.
Yep.
And someone responded with basically saying like, no, but a lab putter is the solution. It's like whether or not like you have to keep the face at a square with your hands, or whether you just like either way, you have to make a good putting stroke.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So
And
the
yes.
tweet was new putters aren't solution, they're band-aids. And James Nitty's 23 said lab putters check mark. To which I responded and said, F you, James Nitties.
It's a good one. You got him.
Like
Uh
I don't know. It's now
Here
would I eventually maybe try one yes. Like I just don't for the price point, and I've been on a huge like direct to consumer kick lately. Like the price point is a kill for me. Like the fact that I can spend $279 on a customized spider, add a little shaft extender on it, and put a 18-inch grip on it, and putt better with that than I probably could with any of these putters. Like,
I love how you're like, man, I just love direct to consumer companies and you play a TaylorMade spider. It's like the most non direct to consumer, like
hey,
mass produced golf
TaylorMade
stuff in
spider's
the
sick.
I agree. I agree. It's just not very direct to consumer.
No, it's not. None of my clubs are technically direct consumer right now, except for my 3-iron that's going to be coming here soon.
Did you actually order one?
I'm going to get a sub 73 iron. Yes.
Wow.
This this whole thing, this whole lab golf craze feels to me like a new fad diet in the golf world.
What was the thing before this? I feel like there was a putter
I don't think there
like
was one that
five or
caught on
six
quite
years
like this.
ago that was kind of the
Ironically,
same.
ironically, I think you're thinking of the spider.
No, it was before the spider. The spider's been
Then,
proven with Scotty Scheffler.
oh, what about Lucas Glover though? That doesn't validate the lab putters?
Lucas Glover. I mean, I would hate to be hit by one of those things at home.
Yikes. Um, I don't know. I mean, they're making a ton of money off it. But I did see one thing that I saw someone like commenting on these sort of putters is like, from their perspective, torque is face awareness. So like
Yeah.
if you don't have torque like
Yes.
in your putter, like you don't have the feel in your hands of where the putter face is.
Yeah.
Which there's something to that for sure.
That was my other thought about this putter. It's like if you get a lab putter, you're kind of locked into putting one way, like one style. You have this stroke that you kind of are gonna try to make with it. And guys that are like a Snedeker stroke, or even I think a Tiger Woods stroke is not what it's not the pendulum motion that you see everyone with the lab putter try to make.
Yes, that is one thing I agree with you. Like having a putter to where like you feel like it's built to where the face stays square by itself. Like, yeah, you feel like your stroke can only be like getting over it, getting into your setup, and then like rocking your shoulders. I feel like it would make my stroke more mechanical.
Yeah, I don't like I didn't even like when you pulled that video up of watching him putt. I didn't like what that looked like. I don't putt like that. I wouldn't want to putt like that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like if you putt in more of like an artistic way,
Yeah.
like it doesn't like. Do you ever? I don't know if it's as a drill or just like screwing around, like putt with like with the blade of your wedge. Have you ever done that?
Oh yeah, I've done it all the time. Just
Yeah,
don't want to
like
pull my putt out of the
there's a
bag.
lot of players like that will use that as a drill. But I feel like if that's the sort of putting philosophy that you are subscribing to, like that would make no sense
Yeah, and
to
that's why again it feels like a fad diet. It's like this is gonna fix you. Go keto. You're gonna be so much healthier because of it. It's like, well, you still got to eat the right amount of calories. It's not gonna.
yeah. And it's like, I mean, if Ben Crenshaw, like in his prime, was on tour today, still using like a heel shafted blade, like
Yeah.
100% toe hang, like would he still be the best putter on tour? Like he probably would. Like
Yeah.
you know, like a good putter is a good putter. And also, here's one thing. Now, maybe I'm just ignorant and that the conforming rules of the USGA for equipment would outlaw this, but like if torque balancing like this or like zero torque is so helpful in putting, like to keep your face square, like why are we still producing irons that are heel shafted?
Yeah.
Like does
Imagine a
Well,
center shafted iron.
would this sort of idea, I don't know, like is there a way to get it into the rest of the bag or is
well,
that like
and
nonsense?
I hate how they say zero. They just they throw around these physics terms. Like zero torque, what do you mean by that? Everything like that just that doesn't mean anything. It's just a couple words together. They're just trying to say that when you hold this putter up, it doesn't swivel around. Well, if you don't hit the middle of the face, it's going to put torque on the putter. Like that's the definition of torque, is a force away from a pivot point. It's like that's not
Yeah.
they're just I don't know. Whatever. I could beef up on that too, but
Our physics guy.
I don't.
All right.
Did
So
we,
I've had my rant.
So
Nick,
was that are we done with our free ad for lab golf putters?
no, that wasn't an ad. That was a diss track.
We indirectly just gave them a bunch of press.
If our one viewer in Belgium goes and buys a lab golf putter, he probably won't because he's from Belgium. He's not going to buy an American product, but
They're probably $1,500 over there
yeah, tariffs.
after the trade embargo.
It'd be like his ER visit is free, but his putter is 1,500 euros.
Dude literally paid 4 months' salary for his putter. Like,
All right.
ER visits free.
I have a beef of the week, and it is once again with the USGA. I don't think if you're a consistent listener of this podcast, I don't think this is going to come as much of a surprise to you that I'm beefing with the United States Golf Association again. This one I will admit is like partially on me, but I still want to blame the USGA. So, as you may or may not know, the United States Amateur is being held at Hazeltine this year, which I think is pretty cool because I've played the course a couple times. It's not too far from me. So I really wanted to give it a shot this year. And like I followed the USGA on all my socials, and like I saw as soon as entries opened up for US Open local qualifying, like they posted about it, and I was like on top of it. I signed up right away. I don't think, to my knowledge, I don't think they ever posted when entries opened for the USAM. Like I could be wrong. I looked back through it again. I don't think it was too long ago. I think it might have been within the last week or something. Anyway, recently entries open for USAM qualifiers. So this is Friday. I was looking, I just happened to think of it. I was like, oh, I should look because I think it's open. Like I should probably sign up, play Dakota Ridge in Morton, Minnesota. And which is the location I went to last year, and it's the closest one to me.
That ended well.
Yeah. So maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Who knows? But it was already full. So I was like extremely bummed. I was like, so what happens now? Well, so I look, there's a location in Des Moines, Iowa, which is, I guess, maybe the second closest. And that one was full. And I was like,
what course was that at, by the way?
I don't know.
Oh.
And I was like, well, shoot, I should anyway, I started filling out the application. I was like, just gonna see if there's any other locations that might be able to work. So I fill it out. And then see they're actually holding one at the conservatory, which is pretty
No
interesting.
way. That's crazy.
I thought about flying there for it, but
yeah.
So then I'm filling it out, and I get to the spot where it's like, well, it tells me that my handicap is not active, so I need to do that first, which like it let me sign up for the US Open about a month ago, and then it didn't let me sign up for this one. So I was like, okay, so I go to the local golf association website to try to renew my membership. They're not letting me renew my membership because they're saying that my my GIN number is being used by another Nick Mahold account in the Minnesota Golf Association, or like that. It's not my GIN number. It's that name under a different GIN number is using my email address. So I'm like trying to get. I'm like, what in the world? They're like, please provide a unique email address. I'm like, this is a unique email address. This is my only email. Nobody else has access to this email. And so eventually I go into my GIN account, put my wife's email address, changed the
Nice.
course, changed the club I was going to sign up through on the South Dakota Golf Association, and somehow it worked. So I signed up to play at some location in Kansas. So long story short, so
What
my
course
beef
in
is
Kansas?
it's called Firekeeper,
Okay, I haven't played that one.
and yeah, 7,700 yards from the tips. So I'm hoping we don't play the tips, but
Gosh, yeah.
either way I'm gonna qualify. It's all right. And so as of now, I set up to playing it. I don't know if I will actually end up doing it, but
But you're locked in. You got through. You got it. Like you
I
got it
have
through.
I have a spot now.
Okay, gotcha.
But so a couple beefs. First of all, with the whole situation of like my email getting you so then I get after I got through, I get a response from the South Dakota Golf Association saying that they found the account out of some course in Minnesota. They merged the accounts, and so then I lost my GIN number and I had to take that other number. So now I have a new number when I've had the same number for 15 years.
Dude,
Probably
it's
not.
like
But like,
there's
was the gin like was the actual handicap index the same?
Uh, I don't know. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't because I didn't have an active membership. So it was all a mess. It
That's
was like
wild.
I need active membership to look up because I want to figure out if this is a real person. Uh
sounds like alternate reality, Nick.
yeah, it
Like
was it
that's a
was it was really weird. But my
metaverse,
my
Nick.
biggest beef is that the USGA's or the USAM is being held in Minnesota, and there's one qualifier location in Minnesota for locals.
It is crazy.
There's
It
one
is crazy.
qualifier in Minnesota with 120 spots. There's one qualifier in Iowa, none in South Dakota, none in North Dakota, none in Nebraska for a USAM that's happening in Minnesota.
Yeah,
That was honestly my biggest beef. Is like there can be 10
it's
local
crazy.
qualifying locations in California, but
Ought to be
yeah,
a couple in Wisconsin.
especially with like the amount of golfers there are in Minnesota, like it's kind of noted for
Yeah,
having highest golf course per capita rate in the entire
yeah.
country.
It's a golf state.
There's yeah. So that was my biggest annoyance with the USGA. Even because they used to host one in Sioux Falls, they used to host one in Fargo. I've played at both of them. They got rid of both of them. And so as of now, I'm making my way down to Kansas
Dude,
on
I
July
hope you
2nd.
go. I hope you go. It'd be a fun little
We'll
road
see.
trip.
It's only like 4.5 hours,
Yeah, that's not that.
but
That's actually not that bad.
I know I was surprised that I still was able to find one within a reasonable driving distance because I
I'm
probably wasn't
surprised
Yeah,
going
you
to
didn't
fly
have to.
somewhere for an
I'm surprised
18
you
hole
didn't have
yeah.
to
qualifier.
drive to like Cancun or something.
Yeah, because by the time I got it all figured out, the conservatory one, like there was one spot left when I first looked, but I couldn't sign up. And then by the time I was able to, it was closed.
That would have been pretty crazy to play that for a qual.
Yeah, for an 18 hole qualifier to go all the way down there for that. Like
Yeah, that'd be
I'm
fun. You'd have
I've
to
Could
you'd
have.
have
I've
to
heard I've heard they stopped like keeping good care of that course.
yeah, well so when Ani so let's see, one of the girls on the team qualified last year for nationals. So she went down as an individual and Ani went with and he said that there's like an environmental agency that got a whole
Oh yeah.
something over the course and basically stopped letting him use this one thing that was keeping a bunch of animals off the course. So now that they're not spraying this,
Oh
there's
yeah.
like I mean like there's holes in the ground and patches of grass that these birds
Yeah.
will come down and those like sandhill cranes will just munch away at the ground and
Yeah.
they
He,
can't
yeah,
do
he
anything
said
about it.
yeah, he said there's some bird that's like protected. And so
Yeah.
because of that, there's like some of their maintenance practices that they usually would do that they can't.
Yeah.
And
So,
so
you know, there's a
so yeah,
bunch of
they
just areas that are just like falling apart
terrible.
that they just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a real shame because that's a great golf course.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw some pictures. It's crazy. It's like it's weird because the rest, like the nice parts of the course, are nice, but then there's just like it looks like there's
That
a bunker. It's
that's
just
that course is a good like
dirt.
solid championship test of golf.
Yeah, that's true.
The one
Yeah.
the one design uh I don't know bone to pick I have with that course is like that like that coquina like the cart paths. It's like not sand, it's like shells. It's really hard
Oh,
packed.
yeah, it's like beach shale or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're
Sometimes
talking
that
about.
gets like really close to greens, like where you would think greenside bunker should be. Like
Yeah,
I don't think that surface should be anywhere near greens. I don't think that's
sure. Like a
playable.
rock hard waste area next to
Rock
a
hard
green.
shells where you can't get the club literally under the ball at all, and it's
Yeah,
like going to
that's a,
damage your clubs.
that's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. I see where you're coming from
That's my
though.
main design quibble with that course.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like I think it's perfectly fine for like cart paths or like if it's off the side, like you hit a really bad shot, like
sure.
you can hit like a full shot off of it, but like that shouldn't be anywhere near a green, in my opinion.
I get that. I get that.
But
Sweet.
anyway,
I gotcha. Well, I've got a bracket of par threes. If we, I would love to get to that in this
yeah, let's
episode
do it.
Yes, let's
because
hit
it is March Madness. So, um, let me intro. I'll share the screen. I'll intro it. Basically, from a couple lists online, I've compiled 16 of the most famous, most well known, highest ranked par threes
Oh
um,
shit.
around the world, and I've slotted 16 into a bracket. I've randomly seeded them, and we're just gonna run through. I've got videos for each one, so we can kind of take a fresh look at them,
How
compare them one by one.
how are we voting? Like, what's our criteria for this?
I mean, it's up to you. It's whatever hole you think is better, for whatever
I mean,
reason.
yeah, because you could argue like Augusta, St. Andrews like have an advantage just because of all the history and context. But
Yeah,
like, are
or
we
a
going
hole like
from strictly a
yeah,
design perspective, you know?
or a hole like TBC Scottsdale, hole 16, which has no business being on the list of greatest golf par threes, but the soul that it's amassed over the years, it's the stadium hole. It's got something. So it's whatever you think, for whatever reason, whatever you think is the better hole.
Well,
Um,
I'm looking at this list and I already know the one that I want to go all the way and the one I will be voting for.
all
I
right,
know
So,
we'll
which one
see.
that is. Yeah.
We'll see. There's a couple shockers. I don't know if you've seen them all, but you might end up changing your mind as you see some of these. So, without further ado, let's get into it with our first matchup. It's Carnoustie, hole 16 versus TPC Sawgrass, hole 17. And I've got some videos for all these. So, take a quick look at hole 16 at Carnoustie. Can you guys hear the audio?
no.
No.
All right.
248.
So,
Wow, this is a
it's a
beast.
248 yard. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was just gonna say, like, do you need audio? Because there's a setting you can
N-
change, but
no, you don't. You don't need
okay.
audio. I can tell
All
you
right.
kind of what's going on. But there's the hole. It's 250 yards. It's a lot of people end up, thinking about laying up in this tournament at Carnoustie. A lot of people hitting 3 woods into the green. If it's into the wind, it could be a driver hole. It's near the end of the round, which makes it very interesting.
Well, it is 16.
Um,
That makes sense.
and there's a lot of just stuff that can get you. And
If it
that's going
was
up
a
against
if it was a live golf round, that could possibly be your first hole. So,
TBC Sawgrass hole 17. So um this one doesn't really need a video, but I did
oh,
scrap a video
it's
of Ricky
dangerous.
Fowler.
It's dangerous.
Oh no, this is dangerous. Oh, it's
Oh,
good
it's
job,
good. No,
Roger.
And he
Roger.
sticks
Within
it.
4 or 5 feet of the hole.
So
People are going crazy.
just
Back
ice
when
from
back
Ricky.
when the players used to be on Mother's Day Sunday.
Wow. So
Man,
so that's our matchup. First off,
all right.
I know who I'm picking.
This might be a hot 3-0. I don't know. I'm picking Sawgrass.
Yeah, I'm taking Sawgrass.
I'm taking Sawgrass. I I tend to think architecturally Sawgrass is overrated. Um, like the
I can
17th at TPC
yeah.
Sawgrass, but
Yep.
Carnoustie 16, I'm not a huge
Yeah.
fan. Like like in general, this isn't the case across the board. In general, I'm not a fan of like a really long par three.
Yeah, I think it's only cool because a lot of times the Open Championship there is there, and it's like if that hole's into the wind, it can be very fun to watch coming down the stretch.
Oakmont
But
number 8, I can get behind for a long par
but I
three though.
but I think TPC Sawgrass, yeah. TPC Sawgrass takes a 3-0, so we'll eliminate Carnoustie from it. All right, this is Augusta hole 16. We have 2 Augusta holes on this bracket today. Augusta hole 16 versus Banff Springs hole 4.
Little favoritism towards Augusta there.
So Augusta 16. I mean, just well, you guys know the audio on this one. It's incredible. It's one of the most well-known shots there. It's a great hole. A lot of hole-in-ones happen here. It's pretty, maybe not the best Augusta par 3. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it shakes out. But
Are you able to go into your screen sharing settings?
Potentially.
Because you can I think there's a setting that's like optimized for video.
Share sound.
I'm curious if
All right, let me see if this goes through.
well, because I mean,
Yeah, I got sound. I got sound.
We get audio. I'm not saying we need audio. I'm saying if we optimize it for video, it's a lot smoother. The video is.
I got you.
Now it's not like hopefully it wouldn't jump as much.
Tiger Woods check.
I don't know, it's still jumping a lot.
Yeah.
Iconic shots.
Maybe it takes a second. I don't know.
A crowning moment.
Yeah, but
anyway, that's 16.
16,
Augusta.
yeah, 16 Augusta. And that's going up against Banff hole 4. So there's not a whole lot of videos of it, but here's the setting. I've also got a picture for this hole, but it's at Banff Springs, it's the
amazing views, but as we came around the corner,
yeah, it's the most famous hole out there for sure. There's another picture of what it looks like.
Wow.
I mean, it's
wow. How long is it?
It's like 150-ish, I think. Downhill. The hole itself is like, just a cool par 3, but with that setting, it's unbelievable. So
right.
That's what we've got. This is again 16 Augusta versus Banff Springs hole 4. I think I know what mine is, but let's hear. Yeah, you go, Jengs. What do you got?
I'm taking Banff Springs number 4 on this one.
Nick?
It's really tough, honestly. I'm very emotionally tied to 16 at Augusta. It's going to be hard to pick against it unless it's something extremely, extremely iconic. So for that reason, I'm going to go with 16 at Augusta. But architecturally, I think I like Banff a little bit better here.
Yeah, I think it's a close one for me too, but I think I'm going to take Banff.
All
so
right,
it's Banff.
Augusta
that's Banff
is
2-1. Yeah.
The only reason is I think out of looking at Augusta 16, I mean, looking at all 4 par 3s at Augusta, like I rank 16 as the 3rd best par 3 overall. It's just that Sunday pin that really makes it, like the funnel. Yeah, like when they have that pin kind of up top of the ridge, like it's kind of just I
hate the back right pin. I do like the front right pin that they use on Saturday a lot though.
That's a fair argument.
That's the one that's just over that bunker on the right. And if you pull it a little bit, it'll go all the way down that slope.
It's fun for the hole-in-ones on Sunday, but besides that, like, I don't really get off on watching 16.
Yeah, I can get behind that. All right, so the next matchup is Cypress Point, hole 16 versus Pine Valley, hole 5. We've got some good clips for these two. So this is Cypress Point, hole 16.
Hole in the world, but wait until you see what's next. The 16th is perhaps the most photographed hole anywhere, if not the hardest. Mackenzie debated making it a par 4. It requires a carry of over 200 yards, over the rock wall above an ocean cove to reach the front collar of the green. To most players, the 16th is still the most awesome risk in all of golf, especially if the wind is in one's face. Mackenzie thoughtfully provided a wide bailout area to the left for those windy or less courageous days. But from there, the pitch onto the green isn't easy. When the course was being routed back in the 1920s, Marion Holland's influence on the design of Cypress Point, and especially this hole, cannot be emphasized enough. She casually dropped the ball on the tee and hit it on the green to convince Mackenzie it was a par 3. Years later, Bing Crosby became one of the few to make a hole-in-one.
So there's Cypress Point, hole 16.
Bing Crosby.
Yeah, shout out. Not only
Shout out.
not just
Old
a
Blue
Christmas
Eyes.
music
Old
producer.
Blue
Yeah.
Eyes.
And then this is Pine Valley hole 5. Its competitor.
Every tee shot presents a new challenge, and the most difficult might be at number 5, the Frankenstein monster of par 3s. Gene Littler made a newspaper 7 on this hole in a match against Byron Nelson for the first episode of Shell's Wonderful World of Golf, which comes as no surprise to any golfer who misses it right. The complex of bunkers set into the hill left of the green is where many players hit it today. From there, they scrape it over into Littler territory before picking it up for their own newspaper 7.
Interesting, this matchup is between two holes that are effectively the same length, at around 230 yards.
I was glad you did it like
beefy
that.
matchup.
Yeah, it's a great matchup, but I think I've got an idea. Jengs, what are we thinking?
I'm a big Cypress fan, so I'm gonna go 16 at Cypress.
All right. And Nick?
It's really tough, but I'm gonna go Pine Valley 5.
Wow, another 1-1. I think it's gonna be tough to beat 16 at Cypress. So
That's fair. Yeah,
2-1,
picturesque.
2-1 Cypress.
I'm fine with that. Extremely picturesque, obviously. I think it just feels like it's a hole that can't decide if it's a par 3 or par 4. Like just the
All
way
right,
it
I get that.
looks.
Yeah, I get that.
That was the only reason I picked Pine Valley over it.
Yep.
But they're both iconic.
Disappointing,
phenomenal holes.
John. There's no Lido on here.
No
I don't know
Lido.
what the hell's going on there, but
There's not a. I mean,
no,
all the par threes out
no
there.
Birretts,
No
Birretts,
17
Lido.
at the Legend either.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, true. Max got some beef to pick with this list. All right, Pebble Beach, hole 7. One of them. I mean, they're all famous par 3s in golf, but I mean, come on, that's one of the most. Versus Kingsbarns 15.
The only
Pebble
Beach
7.
number 7, fun fact, the only hole in the world that I have painted a watercolor of.
Really?
Oh,
1 of 1. Nick Mahold original.
Yep.
Shortest hole in Major Championship Golf. I think LACC
I think
would have a
that's
bone to pick
false
with
now,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, LACC.
Yeah, but
Well,
there's
and
7 at Pebble.
Didn't they have one at the country club that was like 95 or 100 one day?
Yeah,
too?
but LACC had one 81 in the
Yeah.
3rd round.
Yeah. Yep. So that's Pebble, and then this is Kingsbarns 15th, which is a 210-yard par 3, similar to, I don't know what it's similar to. It's just I don't know, an ocean par 3, lovely setting.
Oh yeah.
There you go. What you see is what you get. But so again, Pebble 7, Kingsbarn 15th. Jenks, what are we thinking?
I'm going Pebble Beach 7 just because of how the iconic factor, kind of the same thing as Sawgrass 17.
Yep, Pebble Beach 7 for me.
Yeah, I think I'm also going Pebble G7. So it's a 3-0 sweep for Pebble. Good work, Pebble. I'm gonna go through and actually put the scores in here just so we have them for whatever reason. But
It was 2-1, yeah.
one of the more photographs, holes, one of the more famous major championship hole. Tough to beat that one. Kingsbarn, solid hole, but gonna be beat. All right. Cabot Cliffs, hole 16 versus Whistling Straits, hole 17.
This is going to be a tough matchup.
Couple close finishers.
The par 3 16th has become the most photographed hole in all of golf. And it's no secret why. If you get here at sunset, it's hard to focus on anything but the view. Taking a direct line at the pin means risking everything. We'd recommend it, just for the thrill. But if you want to play it safe, you can aim down the left and let your ball trickle on from the high side.
How long is it?
It's like 175.
Yeah, I think it sounds 175-ish. Yep. So, I mean, that video just says it all. That's
Yeah.
gonna be, that's just unbelievable. And then Whistling Straits hole 17. Got a little EDM remix. That's about it. If you remember Jordan Spieth with a phenomenal wedge
About
shot at the Ryder
fell
Cup.
into
Yeah.
Lake
Like
Michigan.
zoom in like or like zoom bounce forward like 20-30 seconds just so there's a view of the green.
Yeah, how's that? Oh, oops.
There we go.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
how's that?
If you're
All right,
audio
good.
only today, you have no clue who Mike is from that.
Yeah, it's a cool bunker short right
Yeah,
too.
it's a top audio only podcast.
Yeah, you're gonna want to get on the YouTube for this one.
Yeah, because we have not been giving ton of oral descriptions here.
No.
Oh, there's some
But-
water. There's a hill,
Green flag.
sand.
Yeah, some grass.
Looking at
box.
it, it is crazy. Like the infrastructure that was there for the Ryder Cup with the grandstands and everything, like has to be
Yeah.
a bit of an
Looking-
undertaking with all of those
Yeah.
like undulations.
Looking
and
at
rugged
it
terrain.
from this, like where this camera shot is, that hill that Jordan Spieth hit that shot from is steep.
Dude, oh yeah. I mean, it's literally vertical. It's
That's like,
it's
yeah,
a
that's
wall.
almost a straight 90-degree.
Well, he was just below it, but you can't see it. There's literally railroad ties holding that that soil in place. It's that steep. But
That's crazy.
yeah, couple nuts holes again. The Cabot Cliffs 16 and Whistling hole 17. Jenks.
I'm going with Cabot Cliff 16 on this one.
All right, one for Cabot. And Nick.
I'm gonna go straights 17.
Oh, Whistling. I guess one. Cabot one. Man, two unbelievable par threes. I love how they're like reverse versions of each kind of hole, basically. But I think just the setting and the overall playability, I like how you can really run your ball in off the left on Cabot Cliffs versus Whistling. You can kind of do it from the right, but not as much. And just being on the cliff side, gonna set it over the top for me. So I'm gonna have to give it to Cabot Cliffs.
I can't
2-1.
Can't quibble with that.
Yeah, 2-1 victory there. So
I say at the end of
solid.
this, each of us does one honorable mention hole par 3 that
All
didn't
right.
make the list too.
Love it. I love it.
We go
this
hole
is
8.
Is that the Biarritz out there?
I think so, yeah. Or maybe it's 7.
St.
Capital
St.
Crossing Yellow
Andrews.
6.
Gross National 3. St. Andrews 11, the Eden hole versus Casa de Campo hole 5, one of the more
Ooh,
famous
I
water holes
love
out
Casa
there.
de Campo too.
All right, so St. Andrews 11.
Of each pair of double greens add up to 18. The only other par 3 on the old course, 11 is one of the most famous holes in golf, imitated on countless courses under the name Eden, referring to the River Eden. 100 years ago, the river was directly behind the green. Now there's a deep grassy hollow off the back edge. The shot off the elevated tee must thread a gap between two traps, the deep hill bunker on the far left and the smaller but equally deep strath bunker on the right. The putting surface is steep and putts above the hole are treacherous, as they can gain speed, roll over a bunker lip, and into the strath bunker.
Like Ron Witten said, one of the more reproduced holes. There's actually an Eden hole on the Lido. I just combined those words together.
Yes,
but
the Eden is a template.
yeah, one of the
Um,
could be the most replicated hole of all time. And for a reason. So, and this is not many good shots of Casa de Campo's hole 5, but you'll get a quick snippet of it here. Gonna mute that, but there it is. Right on the ocean, pretty sweet little half island green kind of poking out with some sand around it. I mean, what a setting.
That's
What
like
a
a
setting.
reverse version of El Campeon at Mission Inn, hole 6.
Really? Similar thing?
Yeah. Hole 6 is like that, but a mirror.
Pretty sweet. It's got like an ocean shoreline there, right in front, which is pretty sweet. But again, St. Andrews 11, and Castle Campbell 5. Jenks.
I'm gonna go just because I'm kind of becoming a template lover a little bit. I'm gonna go with St. Andrews.
All right, 1 for the Eden hole. Nick.
I'm gonna go St. Andrews on this one.
2 for St. Andrews. It's gonna be a clean sweep. I'm gonna give it to the Eden hole as well. There's a reason why people are making their own Eden versions. Great hole, looks great, plays great, tough to beat. All right,
Still not the greatest template design, but Biarritz is better.
interesting take.
I love Biarritz, dude.
We might
Biarritz
have
are
to have
so
a
fun.
template debate at some point. All right, Coeur d'Alene 14 and Lofton Links 2. Coeur d'Alene 14, the floating green. It's TPC Sawgrass 17 on steroids. You got to take a boat out to it. It's floating so they can move it around and have it play different yardages. It's got flowers
it's like
behind
it's
it.
chained up to the bottom of the lake. They can move it.
Yeah. I mean, what a setting. Like, just, it's, if you could make an island hole, that's how you do it. They executed it right. So incredible.
I like the
Going up
the
against-
tee box too, that you have to walk out on the bridge.
Oh, yeah, I
go
didn't even
out
see
to.
that. Island tee box to Island Green. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. And then Lofton Links hole 2.
Wow.
Oh
mean-
my gosh.
Do I need to say anything else?
Wow.
It kind of gives you like the same as like 16 at Cypress vibes.
Yes.
Like just
I
kind
was
of hitting
thinking-
out to the middle.
This is probably like blasphemous but it was giving me a little bit 17 at PGA West vibes.
It is a little blasphemous, but
Gosh, that's
just with
such a
with the
cool
rocks.
hole.
yeah.
Probably a
So
horrible
there's
take. I'm gonna retract that take. I apologize. For that.
so there's just a picture I had to pull
Oh,
up
with
of
the
it.
Northern Lights. Oh my
It is-
God.
It's in Norway, I
real?
believe.
Oh my God.
It's a comped time lapse picture, but it is everything you see in here was taken at this place. So,
Oh,
yep. So, Jenks, what are we thinking?
I've been a Coeur d'Alene fan since I was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
So I'm voting for 14 just out of like pure,
Yep.
like, because it's nostalgic for me. So I honestly don't care if it loses because that is the worst first round matchup it could have possibly gotten.
I know, dude. It's such a tough draw for both of them.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh,
I don't
all right.
know, honestly.
Nick.
I've never been like the biggest fan of Coeur d'Alene 14. Like
Yeah.
I
If
don't,
this changes
I
your
don't know if
mind,
I
I'm
wanna-
gonna vote. I'm gonna vote for Lofoten. I think it's tough to beat that par 3. So you're gonna be the deciding vote here.
This doesn't because like Coeur d'Alene, I've always thought it's like a hair gimmicky.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but like the links number 2, like just all the rocks, like it makes me extremely uneasy.
Dude, just imagine hitting like you could play
yeah.
pinball off some of those rocks. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, that's
mean,
like how long is
What a
that hole?
matchup.
How long is 2?
Did it say?
How's that the second hole too? Like what?
I know.
Dude, if that
How-
was like a 16 or a 17,
Yeah,
it would
think-
be so much better.
How is it number
I-
2?
I could be wrong, but I think it's like in the 130 range. I'll look it up. If this
Yeah. Yeah, this could be a deciding factor. Like if it's too long, it doesn't win.
Well, it should be like
let's
210.
see.
Can you imagine 245?
The back tee is 138. The club
Okay,
tee
this
is
one wins. This one
134.
wins.
Shit.
All right, Lofton Lake takes it. What a
God damn.
bruiser.
What a
bruiser. Tough
that's
to see Coeur d'Alene
the
out in the first
moment
round.
the moment that I just saw Lofton Links, I'm like, okay, it's got this like Scandinavian name, so it's probably gonna be really cool. And then you pulled the picture up and I was just like, God damn it. Like, come on.
Such a tough matchup. All right, for a final first round match, it's TBC Scottsdale 16 versus Augusta 12. I
This
feel
is
like I have an
disrespectful.
idea.
This
I
is
don't even need to see
disrespectful.
I don't even need to see the videos to be
Like,
honest.
this is a cool video because it shows you how it's changed over the year, and this is the soul of the hole. But this is one of those where it's like, some people are wondering how did this even make it into the bracket.
It's in the bracket on vibes only.
Yes. But
Yeah, I mean,
some of these shots, like that's pretty crazy what it looks like now. It is pretty cool, but that's going up against
it's
Augusta
not.
hole 12.
It's truly
It's
disrespectful to even put these two up against each other. I mean, what if Coeur d'Alene would have drawn TPC in the first round?
I would have
Yeah,
been
you
ecstatic.
imagine what could have been. So I think I know what's going to happen.
It's going to be a hot 3-0 in favor of Augusta 12.
That's going to be a clean sweep, maybe the cleanest sweep we've seen today.
I don't
So,
know if Augusta will drop a vote.
might not. All right. So
I mean, it does have to go up against
tough
Lofton
losses.
Links.
Tough losses in the first round. You hate to see Pine Valley 5 go, maybe. You hate to see that one go. You hate to see Whistling Straits 17 out in the first round. You hate to see Coeur d'Alene out first round. Triple clean 3-0s, but we're into round 2. And our first match is Sawgrass 17 versus Banff 4. Couple looks again, Sawgrass 17, Banff 4.
I don't think
you
we
know
need
the
to look at
vibes.
Sawgrass again. Yeah, we could just
Yeah.
throw
I
this
think we've seen
picture
that
up.
one enough.
Just throw the
You know
picture
the-
up for Banff.
You know the vibes.
If you're going straight background vibes only of these photos, this photo versus the Lofton photo might go down for like all-time golf course. I'm gonna
Yeah.
prematurely ejaculate photos of all time.
I mean, yes, if I couldn't have said it
Wow.
better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself. But all right, Jenks, we have a winner. Sawgrass 17, Banff.
I'm pulling the underdog.
4.
I'm going for Banff 4.
All right, 1 for Banff. And Nick,
Banff, give it to me.
2 for Banff. Oh,
More like
man, what a tough
BAMF, am I right?
one.
I didn't get it.
It's an MFer, BAMFer.
Oh, okay. I get it now.
It doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter who I vote for, but
Who would have you voted for though? You got to give it a score.
I think I'd give it to Banff. I think I would. And I almost hate to say that, but I think I would. And I'm gonna today. So that's a sweep for Banff hole 4
It's
over
like-
Sawgrass 17.
It's I mean, architectural. I think the architectural genius is so far and I mean, obviously it's blessed by landscape and everything like that too, but the architecture and design is so much better.
Yeah. And
TPC Sawgrass just has the stadium and the vibes.
Sawgrass,
and
yeah. I agree. It's one of
the
those
history.
It's the hole itself isn't that it's whatever. All right. Cypress 16 versus Pebble 7. A couple holes within mere miles of each other. On the same coastline in the same cape. Again, if we have a picture
Serious
of Cypress
Monterey
16,
Peninsula golf going on here.
yeah. But that's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. You might even be able to see one of the holes from the other one. I mean, these guys are just so battle of the Cali par 3s. Jenks, our first round.
Out of iconicness, I'm going Pebble Beach 7.
All right. A lot of majors there. A lot of cool shots. Nick?
Pebble.
2 Pebble. I think I'm going to give my vote to Cypress. Moot
This
vote
was
now.
a tough one for me.
2-1 for Pebble. Good matchup. Great matchup.
Nice close match in the quarterfinals.
But Pebble 7 will edge out Cypress 16.
They will edge it out, huh?
All right.
I didn't know if that one would slide by or not.
Cabot Cliffs 16 and St. Andrews 11.
I don't want to look. I'm voting now. My love for template falls off here. I'm picking Cabot 16.
Wow.
Dude, this hole is amazing.
It is.
It's I don't care if it wins this bracket or not. It truly might be the best par 3 in the world.
Wow.
It plays well. It looks great. Its setting is incredible. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing standing on that tee box on PGA 2K.
Yeah, I believe it. Nick?
This one's tough. I'm gonna go Cabot, actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna also
Noah
give
has
mine
not
to
had a
Cabot.
deciding vote in a while.
Yeah. That's an easy one though. I think Cabot takes that one. I think Yeah, I
Boat.
mean, two beasts of architecture. I think it's just tough to beat. That's like
This
yeah.
this
Well, and it's a
next
little bit
matchup,
unfair advantage just as far as when they were created. Like, golf course architecture was barely a thing
But
when,
that says something about St. Andrews 11 though, that it has been this famous for that long.
yeah, and it still holds up as a great golf hole. I agree.
Yeah.
this next
You know what? I
matchup
take it.
might break me.
I want to give it a half a point there, but that's fine.
We've got for our last second round matchup, Lofoten Links, hole 2, the Norway Beauty versus, and I don't quote me on that being Norway, I think it is, but versus the Beast, the Bear itself, Augusta hole 12.
Victor Hovland is the true Norwegian beauty. I mean, that's
Lofoten Links is in the Lofoten Islands in Norway.
Imagine Victor Hovland playing Lofoten Links now.
okay. That's too far. Too
Dude,
far. I don't want to go that far.
this vote just breaks me.
Yeah, I mean, how do you pick?
Let's get one more look at Augusta number 12 just to skew it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, we need to look at that Lofoten picture too.
Yeah, we'll bring them both up. We'll bring them
Put
both up.
put the
Well,
northern
I have my vote.
Photoshop the northern lights behind Augusta 12 once, and I can give you my answer.
No, I have my I go with Augusta here. I think Augusta number 12 is an absolute
That hole
masterpiece.
is just so beautiful. Dude, imagine like, especially Norway, 24 hours of golf. Like, does Norway get the 24 hours of daylight? Or are they too far
There's a
south for that?
There's a chance. I don't know if they do. They might. I don't think they do actually, but
Noah, please just make this a 2-0 so I don't have to vote.
I don't know what I want to pick. I know what I'm picking actually. I'll pick mine first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give my vote to Lofoten Links.
God damn it. No.
We'll let Jengs go last. Nick.
Nick already voted. He said
already voted.
Augusta.
He said Augusta?
Yes.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't
Oh,
not particularly difficult for me, honestly.
Son of a.
really? Wow.
No, I like I said, Augusta is an absolute masterpiece. Number
dude,
number
I
12
know.
is
And-
number
and-
12 is perfect.
It's an
And if it
absolute
wasn't-
it's an absolute master's piece. And
No.
I'm gonna go with Augusta.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
I'm
yes.
glad. Honestly,
Thank you.
I'm kind of glad Augusta won this one.
It
Thank
hurts
you.
my heart,
Yeah.
kind of, because that hole is so beautiful.
That would have been the first outcome of one of these matchups that I would have been genuinely disappointed about.
Yeah. I mean, Tiger probably won in 2019 because of Augusta hole 12. Masters Sunday, that hole
Jordan
is unbelievable
Spieth.
to watch. Yes.
Watching
I mean,
it in our friend's
They're
simulator,
so-
watching Jordan Spieth chunk two in the water.
It's a great hole. That's awesome. And that will send us to the semifinals. In our first semifinals, Banff 4 versus Pebble Beach 7. I think we've seen the holes enough. We know what they look like.
I think
got
we have to go anonymous voting here.
How do we do that?
I think on the count of 3, we all have to hold up either 1 or 2.
1 is Banff and 2
1
is
is
Pebble.
Banff, 2 is Pebble Beach.
I kind of like that. I think I have
this-
I think I have my pick. I have my
I
pick.
do as well.
I have my pick. So 1 is Banff.
1 is
1
Banff,
Banff,
2 is
2
Pebble.
Pebble. Yep.
All right.
Count us down.
3, 2, 1, show.
Banff.
All right, 2-1. I picked
I'm
Pebble.
surprised I picked that one, honestly, but
Wait, I can't see you guys. What'd you guys pick?
It's,
see my screen?
it's 2-1 for Banff.
yeah, I picked
All
Banff.
right, let's go. Let's go, Banff. Makes it through. And wow.
That's the first time I voted against Pebble this entire time, too.
Wow. Cabot Cliff 16 and Augusta 12. Another heater with Augusta 12 in it. You guys know the holes.
Augusta 12 had a brutal side of the bracket
There's
to go
Cabot.
through.
There's Augusta 12. There's Cabot.
Yep.
All right. Someone else count us down. One for
Nick,
Cabot, two for Augusta.
I've got.
Two.
Oh no, I've got my pick. Nick, you count us down.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Cabot.
Cabot.
What'd you go, Nick?
You're kidding me, dog.
Is that a 2-1 for Cabot?
Yeah. Dude.
Wow. I mean, what a hole. What a hole. What a hole. And what an maybe upset. Who knows?
That is an upset. All right,
And for our
same
final
idea.
match.
One
For
for
our final
Banff,
match.
two for Cabot.
Banff hole 4. Cabot Cliffs hole
We're gonna
16.
get some brutal comments on this one.
I've got my pick.
I've got my pick.
Cabot is 2.
Yep. Banff
Banff
is
is
one.
1.
I'll
Yeah.
count down for us for the finals, the greatest par threes in golf, 2024. 3, 2, 1.
It's a 3-0 sweep for Cabot Cliffs.
You gotta imagine that's gonna happen.
Dude,
there.
if it's gonna knock
Wow.
off Augusta 12, it's gotta win. Like,
Yeah, true. You're right though, Jengs. What a heater bracket. What a heater decide.
it had to go through. Well, Scottsdale wasn't much, but
the
then it had to go
East-
through
No.
Lofton
Yeah.
and then Cabot.
I mean, that's it got worn down after this matchup. Didn't have the stones to finish it out. But wow, Cabot 16. March Madness.
And I
par
very
threes.
easily could have voted for Lofton too. Like, oh,
Coeur
wow.
d'Alene losing in the first round.
Wow,
You hate
yeah.
to see it.
Heartbreaker.
I mean,
Heartbreaker.
crazy. I mean, crazy.
Honorable mentions, things that weren't on
Yeah.
the list.
Yep.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go because I had one on my mind that I was thinking of when I had the idea. This one's a little bit. Neither of you are going to be expecting this one. I'm sure. I'm gonna
It might
go.
be one that I have pulled up right now.
There's no way. I'd be shocked. I'm gonna go Royal Portrush number 16.
I don't think I'm familiar with that hole. Do you have a picture pulled up, Nick? Can you share?
On my other screen. Let me bring one up here.
Yeah. Yeah, bring it up on the Royal Portrush.
Yeah, someone just share screen and show all of these holes as we say them.
Big time course. I don't know why I don't know this hole. Is it work for you?
I'll be able to get it here just a second.
Yeah, you're good.
Astros pitcher throws a no-hitter in his 8th start. Ronel Blanco.
Ooh. Wow.
So it kind of goes against my not a huge fan of long par threes. But
Dude,
I don't
that
know, I think
back
I
tier
think
of the green.
I think it's
Oh,
great.
Yeah, that's
Go go back
wonderful.
to a picture of the green from like behind.
Oh, is this a this is a little let's just watch this short clip. Maybe. It's gonna take me there.
Broke it. Like this
23 seconds.
again, if
236.
you're not on the video
Yeah.
or YouTube and
Yeah.
you're listening, you're missing a lot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that back
Apologies.
tier of the green, like there's like a little ridge right back there. Like if you threw a pin up there,
Let's see, which picture was it? This one?
yeah, like right
Yeah,
where
wow.
like there is that little back tongue of the green that's elevated. It's on a ridge.
Hole could play really long. 250 maybe.
Nick, go back quick.
I don't know
Hit
if that
X-
was the
hit
same.
X.
I don't know if that's the same green we were looking at. This is 16. I don't see that little tongue.
Hit the X, and then go scroll up. Scroll up a little bit more. Or now go back down now. And it's that picture just to the right of your mouse.
The big, yeah. That is a pretty cool green.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
That's
Honorable mention.
awesome.
Definitely
right.
honorable.
Honorable mention.
I've got like 5 honorable mentions, but like 4 of them are jokes. So the first one is the 19th hole at the Legend Golf and Safari Resort in South Africa, which is a 395-yard par 3 that is straight downhill. Like you have to get up into a helicopter
Oh, I
and
was
tee
wondering
off
if that
from
was
400 meters above. So there's that one.
Might have swept the bracket if we had it in there.
And the green is shaped like Africa, so it's even better.
God bless the rain.
Speaking of shaped greens, we could go 7 at Alexandria, shaped like
Yeah, I was about to
Minnesota.
say. Yeah. Isn't like
And
13
then and then
Texas?
11 is Texas, maybe. No, 13. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like
13.
13. Yeah.
No,
12 maybe. I
12?
don't know. It's somewhere. Yeah.
17. I think it's 17.
Holes 8
It's
and
one number
11.
between 1 and 18.
Holes
what?
8 and 11 at Meadowbrook in Rapid City.
Local honorable mention.
11. 11's
Yeah.
not a par 3.
Or 12. 8 and 12. 8 and 12.
Oh. Well, he's
Um,
just saying 8 because he got a hole in 1, and 12, I'm not sure why that
hole
hole is
16 at the golf course or the golf club at Red Rock.
That's a par 5, sir?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I promise. 16
No, it's
is a par
not.
5.
No,
It's
it
like
is not.
500 yards.
No, it's not.
You're thinking of 15.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
The 19th hole, the Safari course. Classic. Dude, 52,000 unread emails, buddy.
Yeah, leave me alone.
52,000 is crazy.
I promise 16 is I'll bet my
Oh,
house.
no, I'm not thinking of Red Rock. I'm thinking of Heart Ranch.
Ooh.
You're thinking of 16. You're thinking of 16.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
completely on the
what's
wrong course. Look at
what's
this hole.
hole.
What's the reason behind this one?
Well, it's a downhill tee shot.
It's like downhill. It's like 115 yards, and it's like you can't really miss on any side, and there's just a massive rock
This
right in
rock
front of
right
the
here.
green.
Oh,
That if you chunk it a little bit, your ball will just bounce off that into the woods.
that's fun. That's a cool feature.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's that. This
It's a good, it's
turtle
like
right here.
it's like a half
the famous
sand
turtle
wedge.
man.
Yeah.
We'll have to save that for another episode.
My legitimate one, I can't even think of the course. Where was the Open last year?
Was it St. George?
Oh, it was Royal Liverpool.
Hole
Liverpool.
17.
Yeah, you're
Hole
right.
17.
Liverpool. Oh, the new par 3.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know
enjoyed
that
it.
it
A lot of
necessarily
carnage.
belongs on the list simply because of how new it is, but maybe that's a bad
and
criteria.
also hole 7 at the Lido.
Oops. 7 at Lido. No. 8.
Is it 8? No, it is
Dude
7.
has
Isn't
no
that it right
idea.
there? No, it is 8.
It's 8.
God, I messed it up again.
Dude has no idea what hole is what.
Dude, I'm tripping. I can't believe I
Another
said
McDonald
Red Rock.
invention was the Barrett's Par 3, characterized by a 10-foot-high rectangular plateau fronted by a cross bunker and in the back third bisected by a deep trench. The front plateau and trench are cut at fairway height here, and only the back portion is mowed as putting green. That makes it the smallest green at Lido. Other Barrett's greens at other McDonald designs have both the front plateau, back plateau, and swale all cut at green height. And there's an ongoing debate as to which version is the most difficult and which is the most fun to play.
All right, a couple of quick things to say about this hole.
It's not really a true.
Strange golf
It's not
hole.
really a true Biarritz because it's
Well, there's debate on that. There's debate on that. But some people will say the true Biarritz will have green all wherever you see, where you see fairway there.
Yes.
First thing to say is it's crazy that this is the smallest green at Lido. Look at how comically small that flag looks. That's the
Massive.
smallest green out there.
I bet this green was the
Um,
easiest to measure square footage.
Is that true? The original Lido, this is on the ocean, which is cool. The right side.
Is that the ocean? That's not the ocean. That's the river. Ocean's on the other side of the course, I thought.
Oh no, ocean right here on this
Okay.
hole. And then third thing to say is the course. Nick, did you ever play Midland? You played Midland, right?
Yeah.
Midland like 12, also Biarritz, and that one has
Oh yeah,
you know
12. Yeah.
another version. It's a Rainer version of the Biarritz, but yeah, cool hole.
I think in the
12
next
at,
episode we just
12 at
rank
Midland is a strange par three.
Lido
So is that
golf
one.
Also, I could listen to Ron Witten talk about golf holes for just the whole day.
I hate how long that hole is for having that swale in the front of the green.
What was it, like 250?
Yeah.
That's 250.
Yeah, that is long. That's a long par three. Into the wind. What do you hit? Not driver.
Also, there's an Eden hole
There is.
at Lido.
I should pull that one up because
Hole
we're
3.
here. Yeah. And you can see how it's a McDonald version, like
It is a McDonald.
original Eden, and you see the similarities.
Well, I actually don't because it's further.
Nearly every design, McDonald included his version of the famous par 3 11th at the old course at St. Andrews, what everyone calls the Eden hole. It's the third at the Lido, and perhaps McDonald's best version, with a pond behind the green mimicking the River Eden of the
The shape of
original.
that green, like from the entry, reminds me of Augusta number 4.
Yes, kind of does.
Interesting. Yeah.
Maybe Augusta 4 is based off the Eden hole.
Do you think looks like a Eden? Never really thought about it. I mean, kind of, but not really. It's definitely.
I don't think this looks like the
It's-
Eden hole. I just thought like
The opening.
the
green
approach
shape
into
is
the green shape, the approach, the bunkering.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
For
fair.
sure.
Very fair.
Especially looks
Yeah.
like there's a false front there too on that front tongue.
Yeah. A couple honorable mentions. Yeah. A couple good holes.
All right. We are quite a ways into this already. Do we
We got to talk
do
about the
Masters
Masters quick.
preview?
Should we, or do you think we can get another episode in before Masters happens?
Do we record one next week?
It'll be tough.
Because
I mean, that
we
would
could
mean
probably
that would mean that Nick lied on the last episode description because he did say next time Masters preview.
that's just good marketing.
Yeah.
That's to get people to listen to the actual
Yeah.
good episode.
That's good
I
marketing.
mean, I could guess we could just do it now and I could post it in 2 increments.
We
Or do you
could.
guys got to go to bed?
I kind of have to go.
I
and
guess you're an hour ahead.
I'd
Yeah.
kind of rather like do a full Masters preview episode.
I know. I
like, just
don't want to try to
dedicated.
skimp on the Masters preview.
Yes, yeah. I'd like to just have some.
All right, let's
Kind
do a
of
Masters
that.
next week.
We're gonna have to
So-
make it happen sometime then.
Stay tuned.
All right, I think this was a good one though. Do we have Reddit post, James?
Oh shit!
Oh
yeah.
yes. Finish us off.
So, not really anything exciting on Reddit this week, but I
You
did
told me
find
you had a Reddit post.
I do have a Reddit post. Nothing was really exciting, any big hypotheticals, but I did find this one today. And this guy commented, he said, the best feeling in golf is. And so that's going to be our discussion on the Reddit post is what is the best feeling in golf?
Love that.
His post, it says the best feeling in golf is drilling the 20-foot birdie putt for 6 skins against your buddies for $100. And then he also says, peering a long iron is great, don't get me wrong, but something about collecting those 20s without sending anybody to the poorhouse is just special. So, according to Reflog 1791, best feeling in golf is nailing a long putt to steal a couple Andrew Jacksons off of your buddies in the money game. What is your guys' best feeling in golf?
There's so many ways you could go with this.
There is a lot of ways you can go with
Yeah,
this.
what a great question. I have one that just came to the top of my mind, and it's piping a drive on the first hole in front of people.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a really good one.
It's like, it's sick. I'm here. I'm gonna do it today. I'm the man. I'm him.
I would take that a step further, and I would say like just hitting any good shot in front of a crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had a couple of years ago in the men's league playoffs, they do a shootout format. So it was coming down to it was the second to last hole. So there's 3 teams left. And everyone else is just kind of sitting behind the green watching approach shots come in. And my partner left me in the fairway bunker about 150, 160 yards away. And I just flushed this fairway bunker shot that lands about 15 feet back past the hole and rips back to about 5 feet. And like just hearing the applause come in from behind the green, like that's a whole nother feeling.
You get just the chatter, and people are talking like, yeah, this guy's good. And something about the first hole
like
too.
going up to
Just
the green,
everything.
everyone being like, who hit that shot? Who hit that shot?
They're talking.
Like,
they're talking about. Yeah, they're talking.
The shootout at the Pro-Am is like last year I didn't make the shootout, and I was like very, very bummed about that because like the 2 years before that made the shootout, and it's like just like hitting golf shots when there's like probably 100 people watching is
especially when
it's just
when
a
Jengs
different feeling.
When Jengs is 7 whatever those drinks were that one year. The
Do you
vodka
remember
cranberry or whatever.
You remember the first year we played in the shootout? Like I hit the tee shot on the first hole. RVL ended up chipping in for eagle.
So you hit the tee shot on 8.
I hit the tee shot on the next hole, 325-yard par 4. I hit driver to like 8 feet, and then the pro made the eagle. So we started eagle in alt shot in a three-man alt shot. We started eagle. It was sick. And then the next year on that first hole, I made so there's like 9 groups out on the hole, and I made like a 15-footer for birdie to move on to the next hole, and just like walked it in front of everyone. Which gets me to my feeling is like a putt of roughly that length, say like 15 feet, like you feel is a must make, or even if it's not a must make and you're just like absolutely cooking that day, you're just feeling it. It's like halfway there. It's on your line. You read it right. You know it's going in. And you just like it's like 3 feet short. You start walking and it goes in.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
That's
I got 2 other good ones. That's a great one.
Jengs, what was yours?
Mine, I would just say like any shot that is you're hitting an approach shot and it's online. Doesn't matter if it's on a par 3 or par 4, but like anything that you feel like is going to scare in the hole, like you give it a little club twirl, kind of talking to it, like be good, get in, like that kind of stuff. Like that's just, I love that shit.
Yeah, no matter where it ends up, just like the moment in time between impact and like where the ball's in the air and you're just sort of eyeing it, ball, flag stick, ball, flag stick.
Balls hitting apex and you're like, oh, be the right number.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
be
That's
good.
sick. That's
like
sick.
that is just
I agree.
That's
a good one.
Yeah.
3 different ones, all very, very good.
That's fun. Can I give some honorable mentions
though?
though?
Give some other ones.
For sure.
I got two honorable mentions. One is just being under par, like walking from like hole 7 to 8 while you're 2 under par. Very fun. Just existing under par. And then my other honorable mention is the moment you see your buddies in the parking lot when you get to the golf course.
Yeah, for Nick's common with that one. He's usually on the driving range, getting in the cart ready to go to our tee time.
He's
just pulling into the parking lot.
But like, it's like you see them, you're like, we're here, we're gonna go play golf today. That's it. That's such a great feeling.
For me with that, like mine is kind of in tournament play because I get a little bit crazy with the tape just because I have very soft, delicate skin. So I get very crazy with the tape around a couple of my fingers and around my thumb. So like taping up, like going into a tournament or
Yeah.
going into a big round and taping up,
Pretty sick.
like it's go time.
Yeah.
It's go time.
Taking a pre-round deuce.
Honorable
You drop a
mention.
lager.
No, I got an
I don't do
honorable
that.
mention. It's
Honorable
like,
mention, like striping it on the driving range pre-round, like while the driving range is
Ooh,
packed.
that's
Like if you're in a
good.
competitive round, if
Yeah.
it's like a men's league round and there's like the driving range is packed and you're just striping it in front of everybody.
Just can't miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say like you're playing in a tournament, like it's one you've been really excited about, like maybe it's like a 2-man tournament with one of your buddies or like something that's not like, I don't know, whatever it is. It's something you've had circled on the calendar and then you're getting ready and you're just putting on one of your best outfits. You're like,
Dude,
you're like,
scripting the outfits.
I've been saving this one.
The
Scripting the
anticipation.
outfits?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah, it's so good. All right. I probably got to get going, guys, but
One more honorable mention before you go.
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, do you have one more before you go?
Oh, no, I don't have there's so many good feelings in golf. Just taking a
Yeah.
nice divot, like the club going through the ground the right way on like a nice 80-yard
Yeah.
wedge shot.
And I
So
mean, there's
many.
one
There's
that's
so
just
many.
very, very like very, very general, but like you make contact and just like immediately, just like that's exactly what I was picturing. Like that
Yeah.
is what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
How about like finishing up the 18th hole on a guy's trip or like whether it's a
sad.
bachelor. No, no,
It's the
no, no,
worst
no, no,
feeling,
no.
yeah.
No, like not the last hole, but like, you're on a bachelor party
Oh,
and
I
you
see.
you wrap up the last hole
Yep,
and you're
everyone's
like
there.
everyone's there, everyone's pumped. It's like maybe
Yep.
you roll in like a nice birdie putt or you save a nice par and it's like, LFG, let's go to the bar and have some drinks.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Um,
feeling.
I know last year I was on a guy's trip down in Omaha, and the very first day we got to the 18th tee box and it just started downpouring. So we're like playing speed golf up 18, trying to, just beat a lot of this rain.
So fun.
I hit driver right down the middle. I hit a 7-iron to about 3 feet, and I'm like running up. The guys are like in the parking lot right next to the 18th green, packing up, and I'm like running up to the green, going, lining up, tapping in my 3-footer, throwing the putter in the bag, running to the car, like just a
Fun.
feeling. Like you can hear
Just
them
fun.
cheering from the parking lot. It's awesome.
Yeah. Sweet.
Good.
Wow.
I think this
Hot
is a good
episode,
one.
boys. Hot.
Send me over that little whatever Masters music you did.
Yeah. I'll take it out of my folder. I'll get it over to you. No
All
problem.
right.
How do the
This is
archives?
extremely professional. Like
Out of the vault.
production value is extremely high, and we hope you guys enjoyed this one. Stay on the tracks, off the train. I don't know. I still haven't perfected that whole thing.
Masters preview next week.
Allegedly.
And next week, I'm going to have the results of the Titleist T100 swing weight.
Stay
I'm
tuned.
on the edge of my seat.
So much to stay tuned for, guys.
So
It's
much.
unbelievable.
So much to be ready for.
It's
Make sure you
unbelievable.
buckle up in case the train goes off the tracks.
Good episode, boys. I enjoyed it. Till next time, Masters preview. It's almost Masters week.
Can't wait.